What's up, chat? It seems like a lot of y'all confused on how to find high and lows when doing ICC, so I'm gonna make it super easy for you guys, right? So a lot of y'all are trying to a lot of y'all go too far back when you're looking. You don't have to do that. If you're using your chart, you should damn near. This is where you should just be looking right where what's going on, right? What's going on in traffic right here. You don't gotta be looking all the way back here, looking all the way right here. Look what's going on. Look, remember structure. Lower low, low, lower low, and then what happens right here? This is a higher high trade, but why is that a trade? Why is this a high? Why is that a higher high? Look, we just broke a high. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. If you break a high, you break a high. What does that mean? It's a higher high. That's it. Like, look, that's it. And you can sometimes if your mind's a little bit more jarbled and you don't really know what the hell's going on, go to a little higher. Go to a higher time frame. A higher time frame might help. Remember, these pullbacks. Every time we pull back and go lower, pull back, go lower. This is the high. So right here in this range. So like, shoot, if we wanted to go this range right here in this range, let's get rid of this one. This is the high of the market. This is the low of the market, right? So pretty much if you came back below here during your session, you would be aiming for right here. If you came right here, this broke the high. If you came right above here during that session, you would aim for there. And then this right here is a no trade zone. You don't trade in this zone because you don't know which way it's going. You got to wait for it to break one of these charts, right? So boom, you come into the market, you look at your high, just look previous back. Did something break? Yes. Oh, we broke this up here. Boom, that's your indication. Or we broke this down here. Boom, this is your indication. And now when you come into the market, you don't make it hard. You just wait for us to break one of these lines. That's it. You wait for one of these lines to break. So boom, like I said, this is if you want to follow along, this is Monday, February 9th. This is at 5:55. I'm on the 5-minute chart right now. Let's go to actually I'm gonna go to the 15-minute chart. So boom, 4:45. Let's go to 7:30. See what 7:30 does. All right, this is 7:30. What happens at 7:30? Remember, this is our target. This is what we aiming for. We're aiming for this up here. That's what we're aiming for, right? Whatever. Just put your stop loss, whatever. This, we're not really. We took this trade on Monday. If you want to go see my breakdown of this trade, it's about like 2-3 videos back. I took this trade on Monday. But all right, that's your high up there, right? What time? Oh shit! I gave y'all see. Y'all know it works though. But all right, boom. 7:45. We're 7:30. So let's go back a little bit. 7:30. So 7:30 is right here, right? Remember, we don't trade. This is a no trade zone, so we're not even looking at trades. Boom! You see a bust here. We cool. We in there. Straight to the top. That's easy. That's all trading is. Once you figure out how to trade, is you find your higher highs, you find your higher high indication, low indication. You find that, and then you just wait. Boom, let's go to the next day. This is Tuesday, February 9th, and this is at Tuesday, February 9th. Oh, hold on, let me go back. This is Tuesday, February 9th. So y'all want to follow along, follow along. How do you find your higher highs and higher lows? Same thing. Boom, you go back to you go back here, right? What day? Let me see. I'm making sure something fell. My bad. Hold on, my bad, chat. I think I'll fuck that up. Whatever. This is Monday? This is Monday. Hold on. Let me go to Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday. Okay, cool. This is Tuesday. All right, perfect. All right, chat. So based off what I just said, because it's perfect. Based off what I just said from the last video, where's our higher highs and where's our lower lows in the video? Where are you putting it? Remember, don't go too far back. But this is what we're focusing on right here. This is Tuesday, right? This is Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Where would we be putting, if we wanted to use ICC, where would we be putting our stops and where would our higher lows and higher lows be? Remember, this right here is Tuesday. Don't look at all this, but all this back here don't matter. Where in this area did we create a higher high and higher low where we could possibly trade today? Let me know. Are you good? Bet. Pause the video. I'm going to give you some time. Pause the video. Think about it. Okay. Remember, this is where we're trading at. We're trading right here. This is Tuesday. Right here, this is where we're trading at. This is Tuesday. Now, you can pause the video, figure out if you know what you're talking about or if, you feel me? All right, boom. All right, so if I'm coming into the market, right? This is Tuesday. I'm coming into the market. I'm seeing what's going on. I'm seeing right here is a high. We broke this high. Boom, that's an indication. If I'm being real with y'all, I'm not even worried about lows. Because it's nothing. This right here is good low structure. See, boom, boom, lower low, boom, lower low. Right here, it hasn't done that. So I'm not really even worried about what the lows are of the market. But if we're being real, the lows are down here. Pretty much your higher highs match with your lower lows. So if you want to find your lower lows and you want to find your higher highs, just go down. Boom, boom. That's your lower low. That's your low. Well, that's your low. That's your low of the market. That's your higher market of the day. All right, and remember we did a recap of this trade too. So this is our higher high. Why is it our higher high? Because this was the indication. This is the correction back above this line we want to buy. Right? So boom. This is 4 o'clock. Like I said, we don't trade out of session. We wait till it comes back in a session. All right, boom. This is 6:05. Hold on, let's go to the 15 minutes. So remember, we buy back above this line. We're aiming for this target up here. Boom, back above this line. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't here. See, this wasn't back above the line because this was at 6:45. You should not be in a trade before 7:30, and this is the reason why. You would have got stopped out right there. We actually did a recap on that trade too. You would have got stopped out right there. So boom, you're back above this line at 7:30. 7:30, you're back above this line, right? 7:30. Well, by 7:50, you're back above the line. Boom, money. You take right here. That's it. You take right there. Remember, we do not trade before 7:30. We do not trade before 7:30. Put it in your head. We do not trade before 7:30. Our shift is 7:30 to about 11, 12 o'clock, and then we done. 4-hour shift. And if you hit right here, you're done early. My soul. Because right here, if you got in perfectly, that's a $350 move. 2 cons is about $600. That was 8. I mean, four cons, $2. That's about $600. 2 cons, that's $350. That's all you need. Some people make $350 in a 12-hour shift for my soul. So yeah, that's how you find the high and lows on the ICC market, man. You just come in the morning. Don't make it difficult. Just look. Sometimes you don't even gotta look for lows. You could tell this is buys just based off, boom. Look at what previously happened the previous day. Okay, this is the high, this is the low. Did anything break down here? No. So that shit does not matter. What broke up here? Oh, this broke. Okay, I'm aiming for this. Bow! Easy money. If y'all got questions, DM me. My DMs are open. DM me, ask me questions. I'm responding. I love giving knowledge. So, and let me know if I can make this any clearer for y'all. Peace.